Hi guys, and welcome to my week 2 and 3 postpartum update for me and baby Boston. I'm sorry that I didn't do an update for last week, but I've just been so tired and busy, as you can imagine, with 3 children, and there's just been a lot of adjusting to do. But I'll start off with Boston first. He's been doing really well and he is fitting into the family perfectly. Both the kids have adjusted really well, a lot. Like, I expected that Blair would adjust well already because he's already experienced having a new sibling when Ella arrived, but I was expecting a lot of trouble trying to get Ella to get used to having another baby around. And she's been doing great. She's been doing really good, smothering him with kisses all day long, and she's been doing really well. So there are people walking past my window outside, probably wondering why I'm talking to myself. That's really embarrassing. But anyway, yeah, he's been doing really good. He's been gaining weight. His first week he lost a little bit of weight, which is normal. He is now well over his birth weight. I think he was 3.16, I think 3.16 kgs at birth, and now he's up to 3.6. So he's doing really well. He's feeding really well. I feel like I'm feeding him all the time. He's a great sleeper. Although I have noticed, you know, as soon as that second week kicked in, I noticed, well, more to the end of the second week, I noticed he started being a lot more wakeful. That first week it was just sleep, eat, poop. Like, he spent maybe half an hour with his eyes open at night time, and now he's probably in between, after he's been fed, he's maybe awake for about an hour before he goes back down to sleep. But then he sleeps for 3 to 4 hours before he wakes up while I have to wake him up for his next feed. So that's been really good. I did, I think I said in the first week that because he was sleeping so much, he wasn't really waking up for feeds, so I was always having to do it. But now he's like, as each week has passed, because he's 3 weeks old today, I can't believe it, but he's definitely starting to wake, he's more waking up himself. I'm not having to wake him up very often. Maybe once or twice a day I have to wake him up myself, but in general he's doing it all on his own. He has had a sticky eye since birth pretty much, which seems to have mostly cleared up now, and they say that it's just like a blocked tear duct. So they say to, it sounds weird, but to squirt your breast milk on your baby's eye and kind of massage the tear duct, because your breast milk is kind of like medicine almost. That's why a lot of breastfed babies don't usually, I'm not saying that they don't, but not usually, they don't usually get sick as often as a formula fed baby. Their immune systems are a lot higher because of the breast milk. He's also been getting a lot of hormonal spots, which also could be, you might call them milk spots. To me they look like pimples. He's had a lot more than my other 2, so I was kind of taken back a little bit by it at first, but you know, it's completely normal as well, and midwife reckons they'll probably stick around for a few weeks, but he does have quite a few of them. You probably wouldn't notice so much in photos because they're so tiny, and I don't know if you'll see them now. He's supposed to wake up anyway, but I don't know if you can see that. Woo. I swear that I wasn't holding him badly. But yeah, he's been doing really well. His clothes are starting to fit a lot better. The newborn this is probably the smallest newborn outfit he owns, so this isn't a very good example. But all his other newborn outfits, he was swimming in them pretty much. So they're starting to fit a lot more snugly and all that. So yeah, so I will do my update now. So I will just put him down. He's probably going to wake up for a feed now. But with me, I have been doing alright. You could say I have had a little bit of a mild case of postpartum depression, or the baby blues, whatever you want to call it. Actually had a bad episode of it probably like 2 hours ago, but I'll explain that in a minute. But I have been mostly doing really well. It's been hard adjusting to 3 kids, I'm not going to lie. Some days I feel like there's no difference, like it's no harder than when it was just Blair and Ella, and then some days it's really overwhelming. Sleep has been a little bit hard. Boston's a great sleeper, but my daughter's still not. He will wake up at 12, like midnight, for a feed, and then his next one won't be till around 5:36. It just happens my daughter chooses to wake up at those exact times as well. So, you know, it's a little bit of a juggling act at night time, trying to, you know, settle them both down and hope that Ella goes back to sleep, because I feel like I'm desperate for it at the moment. I have never felt so tired in my whole life. But, you know, it's all worth it as well. You know, I love my children to bits, but I know it's just, you know, it's still early days, and I'm still, you know, trying to set that routine and get, you know, it's hard getting used to, you know, going from 2 to 3. It's not, yeah, it's still an extra child that you've got to keep an eye on, and it's a bit of a juggling act. But I'm doing really well. The breastfeeding's going really well. We've had no issues with it really, except I did get a little bit of thrush, so my nipples were a bit sore and itchy, but my midwife just prescribed some cream for them, and it seemed to go away within about 2 days. I still feel like a bit of a cow because Ella's still wanting to breastfeed a little bit, not as much as she was that first week, but you know, there's probably 1 or 2 moments a day where I've got one on each side, but yeah, that's alright. You know, I think it's definitely helped her adjust to having, you know, another sibling. I don't think she may have taken so well to him if I had denied her the breast, because it was our thing before he came along. What else? My hair's been growing a lot, and I don't know if that's got to do with, you know, my hormones going back to normal or whatever, but it's also like, as much as it's growing really fast, it's falling out a lot too, because I noticed when I was pregnant my hair stopped falling out altogether, and it went so thick, and now I suppose it's just trying to get back to normal, so it's falling out at a rapid rate but then growing fast at the same time, which is kind of strange. I've also been getting a lot of breakouts on my face, but then I got that as well while I was pregnant, so I was kind of hoping that it would settle down a little bit now that, you know, my body's starting to go back to normal. But no, the acne is still staying for now. And weight loss, I haven't lost a lot of weight, but then I'm not really trying to either. I think I got up to 75 kgs at the end of my pregnancy, and now I am down to 69 kilos. I weighed myself this morning, so I think I dropped down to 70 straight away after birth, so I've only lost, you know, a kilo or 2. So I did get a little bit upset about that. I think the weight dropped off a little bit faster because of the breastfeeding with Ella, and I kind of assumed that by breastfeeding too it was going to drop off a little bit faster than that, but you know, you can't control what your body does. There's still a lot of pooch. I'm aiming to get down to around 60 kgs. I have been a lot lighter than that in the past, like I've been down to 54 kgs, but I think the older you get, you can't pull off being that light anymore, I think, and it looks different on you as well. I think I'll look way too skinny if I go down to that, so I'm aiming for the 60 kg mark. But yeah, and on the side note of having a little bit of postpartum depression, I think, you know, 3 kids have kept me really busy, especially I think nighttime, like dinner time onwards. I really rely on Josh to help out because I need to cook dinner and then try and get 3 kids into bed, so I really need his help for that, and he's been really good. It's both of our birthdays next week. We don't share a birthday, but we practically do. His birthday's on the 13th of February and mine's on the 14th. So his birthday usually outshines mine, and we usually end up doing, you know, like a joint thing, and he's not purposefully outshining my birthday. It's just because, you know, his birthday's the day before mine, so his comes first. And we're gonna do like a barbecue at our house for our birthdays, and then Cancel's got planned because his sister bought him M&M tickets, and it just happens to be on the night that we're planning to do our birthday. And I think I just had like a little bit of a breakdown. I was just like, I deserve to have, you know, celebrate my birthday as well. But you know, it's not his fault at all. It was, you know, the ticket was given to him as a gift, so you know, it's not his fault. But I felt, you know, like a little bit trapped, I suppose, like I'm stuck at home, and that sounds horrible because I absolutely love spending time with my children, but I suppose that sometimes what comes with having your children so young, when you haven't really gotten to experience going out so much, especially a lot of the time, you know, I've been given chances to go out and I choose not to and stay home with my children. So occasionally these moments come up where you feel like a little bit down and feel like you're a little bit stuck at home, but you know, I get over it pretty quickly as well. So that is all for my it's 3-week postpartum update, because he is 3 weeks old today. But I will show you my belly, which is nothing flash, and the stretch marks are very noticeable now, and you might be able to see it in this light. So I don't know if you can see, but those are all my stretch marks that I got from this pregnancy along there. And I got, sorry about my love handles, but I got some on the sides as well. But that is my belly for 3 weeks postpartum. So, a lot to lose, but I will get there eventually, and I'm definitely not going to push myself to lose it. I want to do it the healthy way this time. So that is all for this week, and hopefully I'll be a little bit more cheerful next week. But I will see you guys then. Bye!